Good morning. Another day, another vlog. Today's Tuesday and I am making myself ready to get to Dordrecht to help Jill and Charlotte. Oh, I see I haven't put anything on my lips, which makes me look a little bit ill. But yeah, let's go, because otherwise we'll be too late. Here we are. So, we have arrived at the Rontova, and here you can see all the cool stables they have. All these stables have their own separate paddock. That's cool, right? So here you see some short clips of a training session. Here you see Charlotte with a training horse. We do a lot of exercises in walk, because walk is, especially in hand, the easiest gait to improve. And here you see some short clips of Jill. Maybe I'll try to include more later. Okay, back in the car. I just finished my lesson with Jill and Charlotte. First I had Charlotte with one of her training horses. She does rehabilitation, so she has a lot of horses who have a lot of physical issues, mental and emotional issues, mostly stress related, tension related, that she rehabilitates. So on the one hand she does the training, and on the other hand she does aqua training, so she also has an aqua trainer. And also the management here at this stable is like optimized for the horse's well-being, I guess. And then I had Jill in the lesson with Chris. Last week we had our first lesson here in Dordrecht, and today was the second one. And we mainly worked on creating lightness in the basic responses. So like with all horses, you have in your communication is built on basic responses. So basic responses will be asking the horse to go forward, backward, left, right, whoa, go, so that you can easily move in all different directions. And that's actually what we mainly worked on, because Jill mentioned that she had a little bit of trouble with when we started the training session, for me always a really good starting point is asking myself the question, is my horse able to go as easily forward, backward, left and right? And if I have a really good forward but I don't have a good whoa, so I have a good go but I don't have a good whoa, then I know I have to refine the whoa, because that's what actually allows you to rebalance the horse horizontally. Same goes for vertical balance. Is the horse able to kind of balance himself out left and right? And yeah, that's actually what we worked on. There's the thing in the background. So that's actually what we worked on. And yeah, he improved really well, because last time we did a couple of exercises to first check and secondly correct the balance and the responses a little bit and refine them. And today they were already so much better than last time, so that was pretty cool. And yeah, when it comes to these basic responses, it's like with all exercises, they, at least if you ask me, this is my opinion, they have two functions. The first one is always kind of a diagnostic one or checking one, so you can do an exercise to check how well the horse is responding to those basic responses. And on the second hand, you can use that exercise, okay, you can use that basic response to improve the response and the quality and the refinement and the lightness. So yeah, it was pretty fun. Now it's 9:30 and we will go to Orash for a little bit of training with her. And then we also will probably go to Ernie to do a little bit of senior gym. Actually, senior gym, yeah, I think that's the correct word, because he's actually been retired all his life, because in the years when he was younger I didn't have that much time to work with him because I had so many training horses. And now when I actually do have more time, well, he's a little bit older and he lives on a paddock paradise and he's super happy. Okay, we have arrived at Orage's stable. Hello! Hello, Moppy. Hi. So we'll halter her and then we'll take her in to give her a little bit of a brush, and then we'll play something. No. And then we'll play a little bit, maybe in the field, maybe in the arena. We'll see. So I think we are going to get a little brush because she's really dirty. So here you see Orash. Long hair, don't care, same like me. For everyone who's wondering why she has this hippie look, it's because it's natural fly protection. So yeah, I really prefer her to have as long hair as possible, so that at least the manes and the tail give her a little bit of fly protection. She could use a little bit of a brush, so that's what we're going to start with. I really like these hands-on gloves because it's like gloves you can use to brush. Okay, ready to go. So we are in the indoor, and Orash always starts with a sniff. This is her favorite thing to do. She really likes to sniff around as much as she can. I cannot do her any bigger favor. I cannot do her a bigger favor than allowing her to sniff. So today we are going to work on our basic responses, combined with the positive reinforcement. Because I made a post about it on social media. I recently went to the clinic of Nadine Lindblom. She is Swedish, I guess, but she lives in Australia. And well, I think everyone who loves horses and is on social media has probably seen one of her posts. She is an amazingly gifted horse trainer who specializes in liberty training with positive reinforcement. And yeah, I was so inspired when I saw one of her videos for the first time. And that actually made me decide to join her online course, because I thought, well, I want to know more on how she does it. And well, obviously, now a couple of weeks ago, she was in Germany for a clinic and she invited me to come and meet her. And so we went. I went together with Sabine, so it was actually pretty cool. And well, actually seeing someone work live, that was exactly what I needed to try and start to incorporate it myself. So right after we came home after the clinic, I decided I'm going to pick just one horse with whom I'm going to kind of deep dive into this way of training to give it like a really good chance. And yeah, that was Orash. And we're actually now at a moment where we incorporate the, like I used to do like 80% negative reinforcement, so pressure release, based on feel with timing, etc. And maybe like 20% positive reinforcement. And that is now, I think, well, like maybe 60 to 70% positive reinforcement and like 30 to 40% negative reinforcement. And negative sounds negative, right? But it's not negative. It's all about applying pressure to guide the horse in the direction you are asking him to go, for instance. And Orash is already offering some energy. It's really cute. So, yeah. I think it's about 60-40, 70-30 now. And I really noticed that it sparked a little bit more intrinsic motivation and a little bit more energy. That's also something I'm trying to figure out how to kind of build that a little bit better, because sometimes I even get too much energy. But yeah, it's a work in progress and we're trying to figure it out. And it's really fun to learn new stuff and to really feel that the horses appreciate it as well. So, and by no means am I against negative reinforcement, not at all actually. But yeah, it's really fun to explore this and to see what it might bring us. So now I'm going to put the camera aside somewhere in the arena, I think. Then we're going to start our training session. Okay, battery was low, so I had to recharge it halfway. Yeah, this was a really nice session. In the beginning I thought, why am I missing the connection? What am I doing wrong? Come please. But yeah, by the end of the session, she gave me a couple of trots I have never had before. So yeah, pretty excited. The moment we get back to the field, she always wants to have a drink first. Okay, well, that was fun. Had a little bit of playtime in the field, and this is pretty interesting because this was actually the first time that we had hay in the field. So, just a second. So this was actually the first time that she had hay in the field, and on one hand it gives a little bit of a distraction, but on the other hand it also gives the horse options. So like in Nadine's method, she in the clinic, for instance, she told us that she's always made sure that she has several food sources available, that the horse isn't hungry when you start your training session, that he has food, that he has water, and that they have a choice. So for instance, if you invite the horse to connect to you, and if he's interested in doing anything else, then he's free to go. And so that it's really that he kind of chooses to connect with you rather than that he's being forced to, because otherwise he's going to get worse. So yeah, that's actually pretty interesting. And I also feel that, well, you can see it now, that she keeps on connecting with me and asking, well, are we going to play or are we finished? And she's kind of showing me her tricks, like, I know the step backwards, and what do you want from me? Can I maybe show you something? Of course, when she finds out that there's nothing to connect to right now, of course, when she finds out that there's nothing, well, to gain and that I don't invite her, she returns to her hay. But yeah, it was pretty fun. So now we will be going to Ernie, and we will do, yeah, a little bit of senior gym with him, and then we'll go home, and then I'll probably see if I can start editing these videos. Doei liefje. Bye bye. Bye bye. So cute. Good. Good girl. Good girl. And we're back in the car. I think I might be a car vlogger rather than an equestrian or a horse vlogger, but yeah, I just finished my training and just spending time with Orash. She did really good. We worked in the arena, and you know that sometimes or some days you just can't find your inner connection, and this session started off a little bit rough. I couldn't really find the feeling I wanted to grab, but by the end of the session somehow everything came together, and yeah, it felt so good. We've been working on transitions, and especially Orash's posture has been well, obviously a really big point of interest for me, because she had a really poor posture when I started training her last year. I've had her since November, and I've been training her since, like, I think maybe June last year. And on my Instagram I have pictures, and I'll try to see if I can include them here, and then you can see the difference between her posture last year June and between I think I made pictures in June as well, so there's like a year in between, and you can see that, yeah, her entire posture has transformed, so that's really cool. But first she had a really big extension pattern in her top line, so she had a high neck and a hollow top line and a really big round belly. First we've just been working on decompressing her and making sure that she can vertically and horizontally balance herself. So really the unlock interventions, that's why I also made the course, because I'm 100% certain that horses who have postural issues, balance issues, stability issues can benefit greatly from this course. Then at a certain moment when she was really like balanced and unlocked, it was time for the next step. That was trying to see, can we start putting more of the weight on the hind leg so that she can really start carrying more, and that she can create like relative elevation in the front. Because in the first phase I just worked in a really long frame, and now I want to really kind of see if I can bring it all back together. So yeah, somehow it worked out. So yeah, really fun. Now we go to Ernie. Really funny, by the way. I noticed that talking in front of the camera gets easier and easier, because in the beginning it felt really awkward. That somehow I tend to get used to that. But the fact that I have to look in the camera rather than in the screen that's next to it, because if you look in the screen next to it, there I see myself, of course. But yeah, looking in the lens, well, probably has to just become a new habit, but I'm trying my best. Next stop, our own horses, Ernie, Rijtwan and Kenzo at our paddock paradise. 2 of the 3 are retired, and again Ernie isn't retired, so he is actually retired, but he needs a little bit of senior gym to see if we can get him a little bit more flexible. And I see Robin, so I'm going to announce to her that I'm going to vlog now. And here we see Ernie. He is 18 years old. I've bred him myself, or actually his mother obviously did. Yeah, and he has long been retired, but he had a little bit of strength issues, so the vet suggested us to do a little bit of workout with him, a little bit senior gym. So that's what we'll do. And we're back home again. Yeah, what are we going to do? I have a couple more things up my program, in which one of them is one PIVO lesson from one Transform student at 5. And we also have, I also have some preparation, because on our website at the moment is pretty basic, and we need to make sure that all our offers are on there. So yeah, that's what I'm probably going to work on, because sometimes I tend to forget myself. Like, you know, you have a business in which you work, but you also have to work on your business. And sometimes I work so much in my business that I forget to work on my business. So yeah, probably this afternoon and tomorrow will be about working on the business. So yeah, this was my second vlog for now, I think. I'll see if I collect all the material, if I will post it at all. But yeah, this is just an experiment, just me trying to share a little bit more behind the scenes footage and to show a little bit more about my life as a horse trainer. If you want to learn more about me, if you have any specific questions, please just drop them in the comments and I'll see if I can answer them, maybe in one of the next videos. And yeah, maybe see you later. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.